Hello, welcome to mrparlour.com. This is my first video blog, vlog, whatever you want to call it. I want to talk to you about, I've written it down, so it's important that you understand exactly what I'm doing. It's going to be a short, instructional, liberal, tree-hugging pussy of a video, and together we're going to alleviate just a little bit of the world's suffering. I remember an ex once said to me that she knew I was different when she saw me cutting up those the rings that hold the beers together, the plastic rings. That and the fact that I like to go down on her, but that's by the by. I just thought it was something everyone did, something different, you know, something not different, no. I'm thinking about the other thing. No, I just didn't like the idea of animals getting, you know, unnecessary suffering, you know, all that shit. The whole point of this video is to talk about these, the plastic ring things that hold cans together, you know, beer or cider, if you like it fruity. Now they're made of I can't remember, it's some kind of special plastic. It's supposed to photodegrade, which means that it breaks up within 30 to 90 days, so it just becomes like brittle and it's harmless. But as we saw from the pictures before and the pictures that are about to come now, it still poses a threat. Look at the things you've done, you unthinking swine. Now I'm human like most of the rest of you, so I realise it can be hard to you know, give a shit about any creature that hasn't, you know, either fallen out of your genitals or wants to clamber back onto them. But I put it to you, let's imagine a world with less cunts in it, and for just you know, just the insignificant or mundane act of the tiniest little thing that you have to do, and you can make a big difference. Now I'm gonna make it easy for us, because I know most of us will look at something like this and think, how do I render this device safe? Where do I cut? Yeah, I mean it's mind-boggling, but it's okay, because I have a C grade in maths at GCSE level, so I've used this knowledge of science to calculate exactly where to cut. And not so much where to cut, but to make sure it's the least number of cuts necessary. Because as you can see, there are small holes, and of course you'd have to be a pretty fucking stupid to get your head trapped in that. But there are small, you know, small creatures out there, and you know, small creature, small brain, I suppose. But I mean, these are the ones we should worry about. But I would imagine that some people would cut in such a way as to make a very large plastic thing, so in actual fact maybe a small child could get their head trapped, and without proper supervision as they grew, they would, who knows what could happen. Over here in Britain, we seem to be getting the 4-packs of cans of beer or cider. That's because we get the larger cans, the 440 milliliter or 500 milliliters. That's because we're hard as nails, and because we can drink that, because you know, because we can. But I understand that, you know, in parts of Europe you need the small cans, because you know, if you had the big can it would like lose its fizz, and you wouldn't like that. So you need the small can because it's, you know, more like a soda, like a Coke can. 330 milliliters, isn't it? Yeah, and that's the ones that you get in the 6-packs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a method of cutting these, which will be the same if it's a 6-pack or a 4-pack. Because if you actually look, what it would appear to be to the layman's eyes is a very long line of these things joined together, and just every 4 they get cut. But where you come from, in whatever godforsaken place in Europe, godless looking place, it would be 6. So you would, instead of cutting there, you would cut there. See what I mean? You see what I mean? So it's not big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a way to basically yeah, cheat the boatman. For the next step, I'm going to have to ask you to get the help of your mummy or daddy, because we're going to have to use a pair of scissors, and as you know, these are very sharp and dangerous, so you always need adult supervision. But for purposes of this being film, and we need everything to be a little bit bigger and, you know, maybe viewable on the screen, I'm going to use my Hitori Hansa chef's knife. What I'm going to deal with here is the 4-pack thingy, but as I said before, basically it's fundamentally the same deal, but it's, you know, your 6-pack will basically be like that, won't it? So, but it doesn't matter, because your first 2 slices, what they are, and understand I'm doing this through the viewfinder so I can make sure it's on camera. Basically it's a cut here, right? Cut like that to separate them there, and then it's another cut just here, just to separate them there. And now what you've done is you've made basically what I would say is the you know, the I don't know, what would I say it was? It's like the building block of the whole operation, because you can imagine how it is in the factory. You've got them all, you've got them coming out of the line, and they're like, you know, hundreds of them coming out in this big long line. And what they do is, if they want 4 cans, they cut off 4, and if they want 6 cans, then, you know, they cut off 6. It's just madness, isn't it? But what we're doing is we've done that. So I mean, this isn't going to work for 100, but it will certainly work for as many as you've got over a night. So if you had a few friends around and you've got, you know, I don't know, 10 of them, you'll do this and you'll put maybe 5 together. So as you can see, what I've done there is I've kind of overlapped. Now you've got the 2 like this. Please ignore my horribly bitten fingernails. I realise I have a problem. Do this, right? If you do that, that's what those 2 holes are for. They're to put your finger in and then just slice carefully through. And you can do this with as many as you want. As many as you want, and there we go. Now look at that. I made notes. If you give enough of a shit to actually do this, then, you know, you're a good chap or lady in my book anyway. Put it like that. Put the knife in between, and you may well be able to do this in one. Put the knife in and go wah, and then again wah. What do we have? We have each section completely broken with the minimal amount of cuts. Well, I hope you learnt something there. I certainly did. I hope it helps. I hope it enables you to lead a better, more caring life. But thank you for watching this much, and as a reward for all the people that stuck through it, here's Futurama Bender dealing with these things. Not just me, Bender. Thank you, goodbye, and see you later.
Oh no! Guess I'll do what I always do when I run out of booze. Nah, running now hot. Oh, in there now. Beer. Ow!
Reduce, reuse, recycle.